So I had somebody reach out to me on Monday asking about this influencer application. And I was like, yeah, I have one. I would definitely be like willing to do a one-on-one and teach you how to do it, or we could just do it for a training. And so I decided that today would be a good day for that. Now, for those of you that don't know, which is probably most of you, I paid for a mastermind group with a lady by the name of Tanya Eliza. She is really, really successful entrepreneur, and she helps people be able to create automated systems so that way you can make money while you sleep. Okay, raise your hand or drop a 1 in the comments if you'd like to be able to make a lot of money while you sleep. And if you'd like to have your systems automated, AKA like how much easier is host to post when you have it in text replacement, right? Like how much easier is it when you have like a system to do things? And so I did my first mastermind group with her Tuesday, and I have one tonight. And so I just want to kind of start this call with, in order to, like, I feel so blessed that I'm part of this group and that I can share everything with you guys. Okay. Now, some of you guys are going to do what I tell you to do. Some of you guys are not. It's a lot of work, but that's what it takes to automate these systems. Okay. So at the very beginning of my mastermind, my session 1 of my mastermind group, she said, number 1, what is going to make or break your success in life, in your business, in anything is your morning routine. Okay. I kid you not. If you want to tell me that you want to make full-time income working from home and you don't have an alarm set in the morning to wake up, you're not going to get there. Okay. Now, that's not to say forever for the rest of your life, but it's to say when you're trying to create a successful business, you need to be in control of where your time goes. Okay. So on the number 1 of your notes, wherever you guys are going to write stuff down for this call, because you're definitely going to want to take notes, you need to set up your morning routine. That is number 1 for success. Okay. And she made us write down our perfect day, which I know that some of us have done that before. Okay. So I have my perfect day, and that's super important because you need to have a big picture as far as what you're working towards. Like what do you in the long term want to be able to automate? And like, my perfect day is that I work my business 2 to 4 hours and that I make 6-figure yearly income, that I bring in over $50,000 a month working 4 hours at the most from my phone. And that includes me just waking up and just having all of these enrollments that came overnight, that came from the day before, and me just having to put them where they need to go, right? And me just checking in with my leaders, me just doing these things. Now, if I didn't write that down, if I didn't have that vision in mind of that's where I want to go, then I'm not going to be able to create the things that I need to be able to make that happen. Does that make sense? So so this is number 1. You're setting up your morning routine. You're writing your perfect day. I gave this next task to a couple of leaders, and I hope that they have done it, and I hope that they have challenged you guys to do it. But us as leaders, you guys, we put our 10 affirmations on our lock screen. So if you guys can see mine, I gave it also to the people that are in the morning when they were on the call to put their 10 affirmations that they're saying every single morning on their lock screen. And then the other challenge that I gave them, and I know I'm giving you guys a lot of homework, but I already did this homework, so I can give it to you because I've done it. The other thing is in your photos, creating an album. And this is called my dream board album. Okay. And so here's my Bear Lake house that we're going to pay for in cash, taking my family to Disneyland. We're going to Hawaii. Here's my dream check. So I just Googled It Works blank check, $64,258.17. Like that's going to be monthly income for me, which is more than my teacher income would have been in a whole year, you guys. I'm going to be able to make that account that much in a month. Okay. I've got full-time family on there. I've got being a panelist at 2021, paying for our house completely by my business. And so I've got Ambassador Diamond. We're buying a razor. I'm going to surprise my husband with a brand new truck one day. And so I have my 10 things on my dream board. Okay. So Tanya Eliza came up with this, or she didn't come up with it. She stole it from somebody else because that's what great leaders do. But something called savor. Okay. Every morning you do a savor is what it's called. So someone write this in the chat for me. S stands for silence. I did this morning and it set my day up for total success. S stands for silence. You're going to sit in silence and just breathe for 2 minutes. Okay, your alarm goes off at 6 a.m. You're going to sit in silence for 2 minutes and you're just going to breathe. Listen to your breath. Try and clear your mind. Okay. A stands for affirmations. Okay, you're not going to check your notifications on your phone, but you're going to look at your lock screen and you're going to read those 10 affirmations out loud. That should take 2 minutes. Okay, so A is for affirmations. V is for visualization. You're going to open up your phone. You're going to get into that folder of those pictures of the things that you want. And you're going to just look through those pictures and you're going to imagine yourself being there. You're going to smile. You're going to pretend like you can smell the ocean air, that you can hear the kids laughing, that, you know, all of the things. And you're just going to flip through those. You're going to look at that paycheck and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be making that much money. And I'm just going to like have no worries in the world because all my bills are paid and there's money in the bank, you know? And so you're going to spend as much time as you need on that visualization piece, just flipping through those photos. Makes it super, super simple. Okay. And then you guys are going to do some exercise. And this can look like whatever you want it to be. So E is for exercise. So this morning, Paisley happened to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning with me. And I was like, okay, since you're 4, I'm going to do 4 reps and I'm going to do 4 sets of it. And so I did 4 squats, I did 4 sit-ups, and I did 4 push-ups, and then I did 4 sets of them. So I ended up doing 16 of everything, you know, and I just did it in my front room. Nothing super fancy. You can do jumping jacks, you could do lunges, you could do running in place, you could do high knees, like whatever. Just get up and do some kind of movement for like 2 to 5 minutes. Okay. Or, you know, maybe you're going to work out later that day, which I still did a workout later that day, but you got to get your body moving a little bit in the morning. Okay. That's going to help your mindset. Okay. So E is for exercise, and then R is for reading. I want you to use the rest of your time, 10 to 30 minutes, to pour into your personal development. So whether you are watching a YouTube video, doing a podcast, listening to something on Hoopla or Audible, you're going to do at least 10 to 30 minutes in the morning. Okay. So we're looking at 2 minutes for silence, 2 minutes for affirmations, 2 to 5 minutes for visualization, 5 minutes for exercise, 10 to 30 minutes for reading. So you guys who want to be successful and who are going to take the tools that I give you, this starts tomorrow for you guys. Okay. Set an alarm. If you normally wake up at 7 o'clock, set that alarm for, what do we need? 30 minutes earlier, and wake up at 6:30. Okay. Morning routine is everything to success. If you want to make full-time income being a full-time business owner, you got to wake up. Okay. So the next thing that she gave us is to come up with our brand direction. And this is going to lead us into what we're going to be doing on Instagram, what we're going to be doing on Linktree, what you're going to be doing for your influencer application. Eventually, some of you guys are going to be making pages, which are going to help automate systems, but not everybody at the very beginning, okay? Because when I first started this business, and if you guys have done this too, drop a 2 in the comments, okay? I didn't want to be salesy and spammy, so I decided I was going to make 2 Facebooks. I was going to make one for the business and one for my personal account. And I'd post my personal stuff here. I'd post all my business spammy stuff over here. And guess what? Everybody unfollowed that. Everyone didn't subscribe to notifications. Nobody wanted to see that. And I didn't have success in my business until I put them both together. Okay. And now I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. I have people messaging me every single day, wanting products, wanting information about the business. I've got long-term customers. I have a referral program. Like, I've created all this stuff because I wasn't keeping it separate. Like, It Works is my life. Okay. So now with this new program that I'm doing, we're learning how to take it to a more professional level, because you guys, you've heard the term hopefully before, fresh fish jump first, right? Well, isn't it interesting that all of a sudden, if you have a blog, or all of a sudden you have this that has like a credible source that you have a good following on, then all of a sudden now you're like an expert. like to somebody else that doesn't have that, right? And so first you have to create it on your own page before you create another page. So those of you who have 5,000 friends who regularly get 50 to 100 likes and comments on your post, I'm going to be doing a next training for you. So if you're not at 5,000 friends, you don't get to be part of it, okay? Because you need to max out your Facebook first and then get that second platform, Instagram, working, and then we're ready for that next step, okay? So what I'm going to teach you guys today is your brand direction and then how this is going to look on your social media, okay? So when you guys wake up in the morning, what excites you? What are your passions? What are you good at? Drop them in the chat or unmute. Kelly, somebody unknown wrote working. Kelly, gosh darn it. Will you please elaborate more on working? Okay, Ashley is passionate about coffee. Okay, helping others, too vague. Helping others how?
Tamika, I don't know about you, but when you wake up in the morning and see that volume shift in your reports, I don't know if anybody else gets excited about that, but I get excited when I see my volume change. Like that's like one of the first things that I check when I wake up in the morning are all my downline reports. But then when I see my volume shift, I'm like, all right, I'm up, I'm ready to work, and I'm ready to get that volume to move again.
Okay, so that doesn't count, Hayden, but I'm glad. But the reason why is because what happens when it's not up? What's going to get you excited and moving and grooving? You know what I'm saying?
Getting excited to get that number to move.
Okay, so what are you good at to help it move? Okay, so kiddos excite me, helping people in any way I can. I need more than just helping people, you guys, okay? And this is what we're working through right now together. Getting on the morning mindset gets exciting. Coffee, yoga, good breakfast. Getting to work, staying busy with my team, literally enjoy. So maybe just feeling really productive, unknown might be a strength that you have. Organizing time, family time, getting my team pumped up, building successful systems. Okay, so it's good that we're having this conversation because we are not thinking big enough, okay? And by that I mean, in order to help people, you have to have a problem that they have the solution to the problem, right? So coffee can be a solution to a problem, okay? I'm trying to think of some other things that were on here. Journaling, baking, talking about it works products. Like these are the things that I'm looking for. Okay, teaching new DTs, teaching new distributors, teaching them what? Teaching them how, teaching them when. Like we've got to be more specific. We have to be able to create something that we're passionate about and that brings value to people, that solves their problems. Otherwise, we're just scratching the surface and we're not connecting with anybody. Okay, so this was like my big aha moment. And so I thought to myself and I said, okay, so it says right here, write those things in the space below. Don't think too hard on this, just write. Okay, so the things that bring me joy, the things that I'm passionate about, the things that I'm good at. You guys, any guesses what my first thing I wrote was?
CrossFit.
I did not write CrossFit first.
Work.
I didn't write work first because work is too vague. So funnel that in. What am I really good at for work? Hopefully you guys think I'm good at it. Creating systems, you guys. I love organizing. Okay, you go in my closet, it's color coordinated by short sleeve to long sleeve. Okay, you go to the pack training, everything's in folders and albums. How many times I did Bomb Moms last year where I had like a group and we had a system for that. I've created so many different tracker sheets to help people stay on track with food and supplements, you know, that KPI sheet. Like, I love organization. And how many people out there are not organized? Tons, right? So if I can create something, now I'm bringing value to people. Okay. Another thing I did right is work out. Okay. How many people don't work out? Because they don't have time, because they don't know what to do, because they feel uncomfortable in their body, right? They don't want to go out in public, whatever, right? So I wrote workout. Another thing I like to do is I like to eat healthy and make new recipes, but I also eat really crappy too at the same time, which I think people can relate to. So I can give people healthy swap outs and different recipes, and I could go live cooking, and I can do all of these things, right? And that's honestly what makes me happy and look forward to working my business, is being able to create systems, being able to help people live healthier, happier lives through what they're eating and the movements that they're doing in their body. Does that make sense? So now I want you guys to write some examples down in the comments. So Carrie Ann wrote hunting. Oh, that was mine. Hunting, soccer, and organization. Yeah, so like hunting, you guys, when hunting season comes, I can give value to people as far as how to cook their different meats, where to go, information about the animals, the bullets that we're using, or the arrows, right? So I want you guys in the chat now to write down, so it is kind of like your 5 pillars, but what are you excited and passionate about as far as when it comes to helping people be the better version of themselves? So helping people who are lost in life become organized, confident, and coaching them to be their best selves. Do that by doing personal development, applying it, teaching my team to do the same. Teach them the same by being part of the pack, running calls, sharing content in groups, chats, pages, one-on-one, etc. So leading by example. Disc golf, home design, organization, on a mission to help others thrive, to serve others, helping others manifest the life they deserve. Too vague, Merlane, too vague. Organization, learning content for children. What age are children, Christina? Art activities for kids. What ages for art activities? So getting a little bit more specific there. Time management, personal growth. Okay, so it's really important that you guys come up with what are going to be the aspects that you give to people, because this is what's going to set you apart from any other It Works distributor who's just like, I love to help people. I love working. I'm a business owner. I love coffee. Okay. So this is what is going to take our team to the next level when we get serious about what are our strengths, what are our passions, how can we create something to give to people. Okay. Anybody ever been on Instagram and it's a sponsored ad and it says click here for more information, or like, here, get this free resource. You know, it's like 10 tips to help you get better interactions on Facebook Live. Click here, and you click there, and you have to put in your email, and then they say that they're going to email you, and then you get subscribed to an email subscription, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? I only can see like 6 people's faces with me. So if you turn your camera on, let me know that you're with me. I know that some of you guys can't, but I just do better when I can see that you're with me. Okay. So that's essentially what we're going to be moving to, is creating free resources that build value, build trust, that help people with an area of their life to make it easier and better. So then they come to you for the other stuff as well. Okay. So just some things to kind of think about. And tonight on my call for my training with her again, we are going to be making our first resource. So I'm really excited about that. And I feel like I've already started doing this with the Get Fit Challenge, you know, having these home workouts, having these recipes, having a tracker system. And so it's kind of nice that the things that I've kind of thought of in the past are now being funneled and used to something that's going to help automate systems. And so I want you guys to start thinking about these things that you can do and start creating some stuff. So then that way, when you're ready to go to the next level, you've got some content to use. Okay. Last thing that we talked about is your target audience. This is so important. And I've done it before in the past. I did it again, but you guys, when you are posting, if you're posting to the masses, you're not reaching anybody. So it's important that you get clear on who your target audience is and just market to those people. There are millions and millions of people in your target audience that you don't have to do everyone. So do the few people, not the few, but the thousands and millions of people that are in your target audience and build trust and relationships with them. Okay, so when I was coming up with my target audience, I was like, I want to help people change their lives. Okay, that's where I started. I want to help people change their lives. Super vague, right? So then I have to narrow it in. And I'm like, okay, do I really want to focus on people, or do I mostly want to focus on women and moms? And in all honesty, I want to really just focus on women and moms. I really don't want to call a whole bunch of men in my life and try and help them change their lives. That's not my calling. That's not my passion. It makes me feel weird. So I changed it to I want to help women. And now I did say moms, but not just moms have body issues, right? And so then I was like, women. Okay, so there I just cut my market in half. I'm not really focused on the men. Will I get some men? Yeah, I'll get some men, right? But I'm focused on women. Everything is directed towards women. Okay, so that cut my market in half. Boom. Okay, then the next piece was change their lives. Change their lives how? Like what does that even mean? And so I thought, like, what is my strengths and my passion? And I am really good with money. I'm so good with money. I can help people change their lives with money. Okay, because I have systems of where it goes. Like even my husband, like every paycheck, $50 goes here, $100 goes here.
You're muted. You're muted.
What was the last thing you heard?
50 go here, 100 go here.
So with our money, when it comes in, we have it going in all of these spots. We have some going in an account for Beckham, for Paisley, for Christmas, for this, for that, and it's all done on percentages. 10% goes here, 15% goes here. And so at the end of the month, there's X amount for play, but then all of the rest has been invested somewhere else. So I feel confident helping people with change with money and teaching them how to be good with it if they want to be, right? I feel confident giving them change with exercise. Now, I'm not a professional exerciser, right? But I can Google how to do movements. Like, yes, I have my level 1 for CrossFit, but I still have to Google the fundamentals of a squat, and I can Google it and then I can give it to people, right? I feel confident with food, not because I eat healthy all the time, but because I can go and search healthy recipes and make it and tell people about it, right? So those are the strengths and those are the things that I can give to the women who want change. So change for their bodies, change for their health and energy, change for their finances. And so my tagline that I came up with, and those of you guys who are on the morning call help me with this, but it just says, I help women with simple systems to create change in their life. And I wrote at the top of it, let's get fit. And fit to me can mean fit in the mind, fit in the body, fit in the wallet. Okay, it just means that we have got to be able to exercise control over different areas. Okay, and so, just over the last 24, 48 hours, I've created this brand that I'm really excited that's going to give people value before I start worrying about selling them products. Now, selling products we have to do. Okay, you don't just get to create this and then it's going to take you months and months and months to build up your people, but that's why we love Host to Post, and getting 10 up a day is going to help us be able to find people for business and products. But this is going to be a way that we give people value not a better way, but give people value in a way that's going to make them want to come with us on our journey. Okay, so hopefully this is getting some of your wheels spinning. Others of you may be like, I don't have any passions. I'm not good at anything. Whatever. Okay. So that's your homework, is find your passion. Because if you're living life without feeling like you're good at anything or that you like to do anything, then that's no way to live. Yeah. And work with your upline, work with your downline, work with your sidelines. Maybe you guys do your own team call and really get clear on what strengths do you have in your team. And how could you guys create something together as a program to be able to offer your customers and distributors, right? So like Carrie Ann's really good at like home decor and organization and do-it-yourself stuff, you know, and Sarah Fielding is really good at art and drawing. So how could they use those things together to have something special within their team, you know, and have it still bring value and relate to the business in some aspects, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about this link tree, okay? So I want all of you guys to go to Google. So I probably won't see your faces for a minute. And I want you to go to linktr.ee/login. Or just link, you can just go to, sorry, Linktree, and then it's right up here at the top. Okay, and then right here it says get started for free. Already on Linktree, you can go ahead and log in, okay? So if you're doing get started for free, just go ahead and fill yourself out an account. I never know my password or anything, so I'm hoping that this will work. Okay, so Linktree is something that I have on my Instagram. So if you guys can see my screen. It just says linktree.ee/Tamika Davis, okay? So when you click that, it pulls up something here, and I can add as many of these links as I want to. So I only have one right now that says influencer application. I used to have our blog up here, but then I just never posted on it, so I took it down. And I used to have itworks.com on here, but then it got blocked on Linktree, so you can't do that, okay? So I want you guys to kind of think, what resources would you want people to be linked to you? Like, what do you have? And so for me, I'm gonna put my Facebook page on here next. So that way people can find my page there if they're on my Instagram. And then I have this influencer application, which we're gonna be making here on this call, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. And so do any of you guys just wanna unmute and share maybe some ideas of different links that people can put on here? If you have a YouTube channel.
Favorite recipe website?
Okay, so like
Put your TikTok.
that would be good. You could put your TikTok. Unknown says that she has her Facebook, Instagram, her application, TikTok, and then she's gonna put her healthy lifestyle group. So Kelly Jo has a group on Facebook. That's her healthy lifestyle group. That's a public group, I assume, so that way people could get into it or find it. And so she could put it there. Anybody else have a group on Facebook that has information that would be good for people to be linked to, right? On my Instagram, you guys can see here, I've got these different highlight sections, right? So I've got fitness, books, reviews, boss mom results, faith. I mean, I could put a link to my church. I could put, like, for family, I could do our blog once I start that back up again. I could put a link for, like Christina said, favorite websites for food, you know, anything like that, okay? So when you're in your link tree, all you have to do is click add a new link, and then you just type in the URL, and then it's going to pop up, okay? Oh, I am in the wrong link tree. That's why. I think. I don't know. Is there a limit of links that you can put? Yes, there is if you're not paying for it. Okay, so everyone keep that open in a window. Okay, and then the next place I want you guys to go to is Google Forms. Okay, so go to Google Forms. And if you have Google Drive downloaded on your phone, you should be able to have that Google Spreadsheet, the Google Documents, and now Google Forms. Okay, so you want to have that Google Drive because we use Google for a lot of stuff because it's just nice to have something that you can get to on all of your devices and change it, and it immediately changes it on the website, okay? So on Google Forms, I'll give you guys a minute to get in there, okay? If you have a Google account, just sign into your Google account, super simple, okay? You're going to, and if I'm going too fast, unmute and say slow down, okay? You're gonna go ahead and start a new form, so you're just gonna do blank. And it's gonna pop up like this, and you're gonna title the top of it, Influencer Application. Or you could call it Brand Rep App for application, or whatever you wanna call it, okay?
I can't seem to find that, Tamika.
Find Google Forms or find new.
Google Forms.
Did you go to Google and just type in Google Forms?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it on mine so that way you can see. It should just be right up here at the top, google.com, arrow forms, arrow about. Just this one right here will work. Or this one right here that says sign in. Do you have that on yours? You can also download the app. The icon looks like this purple piece of paper.
You know, when I pull mine up, mine says G Suite.
They need to just scroll down the page a little bit more.
Oh, this one right here is what you're seeing right here. Yeah, I mean, I think it depends what, like I'm using Google Chrome right now. If you're using Internet Explorer, if you're using an Android, if you're using an iPhone, if you're on your phone, you might want to download the app. Or if you have a computer or tablet, then you can do it there.
I got it. Mine
Is this
now it
the
says form. I click on forms and it says G Suite.
Okay, that looks like the right icon. Does anybody know for sure?
And here's pictures that are on it.
Kelly Jo says it's not G Suite, but
Yeah, mine says, I click on G form, and then as soon as I click on that, then it says G Suite. Let's
Okay.
get started.
let's see. Google Sheets for Android is G Suite. Yep. Okay, so you're fine there.
And mine's on the computer.
Okay. We are all learning. Okay, so you're going to go in there, and then you're going to click the plus sign for a new form, and then we're going to get here. Okay, if you guys are ready for the next step, then go ahead and let's put a 1 in the chat when you're done. Thank you.
Okay,
Marianne. G
so
Suite
it
is
says,
a business package.
mine says business name.
Okay, so Kelly Jo says G Suite is not the same thing. Okay, so you guys who are maybe doing G Suite, maybe just take some notes as far as what I'm going to tell you to do next, and we can do a one-on-one call and kind of troubleshoot there, okay? You can try it and see if it works, but if it doesn't, then we'll just have to find a different way, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to click, we've got some people who are with me, so we're going to click new, and then you're just going to write brand rep app, okay? Now I want everyone to make sure that they can see my screen, please.
I'm just going to jump in real quick. So when they're looking for the Google Forms, it'll say the Google E Suite or whatever. If they scroll down just a hair, it's right under it.
Okay, thank you. Whoever said that, I don't know because I can't see you, but thank you. Okay, so are we all to this point here? I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? So here's my influencer application. I put a job description. As brand reps, we share information on social media and educate people about the products we offer. You will set up customer accounts online, and the company at work ships the products to them, which I might take out at works. Kind of like the customer service rep, you'll answer questions and help people. We get paid in commissions on the customer accounts we set up. We can make cash by selling sample products, and we have incredible bonuses for ranking up. We work together as a team to help everyone have success. If you're ready to start now, go to tamikawraps.com and click become a distributor. I can't wait to work with you. Okay, now we can't put our link anywhere except for in this job application, right? Like we can't put it on Instagram, we can't put it on Facebook, but I can put it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this for you guys. This is the description that I put in mine. You guys can put it in yours just for now. You can change it around later, but that way you have it set up, okay, for now. So if you guys want to go ahead and copy that, you can. If you want to write your own, feel free to, okay? And then if you check out my screen again, I decided before I had my story just written out, I decided that I wanted to put a picture of me with my story on the picture. So I just, I created this using using Over, but you would easily be able to create it on PixArt, which is a free app, okay? And so I just did a picture of me and I said, change your life. And then remember my tagline is I help women with simple systems to create change in their life. And then I wrote health, finances, friendships, fun and freedom, personal growth. Okay, those are the areas that I want to help people get fit in. And so I got that there. And then down here, I wrote a little description myself. Hi, I'm Tamika. So glad you're here. 5 years ago, I was working my dream job, teaching high school math and coaching soccer, but dreading going every day. I was working sun up to sundown, tired, exhausted, had no time or energy for my family. I was miserable. I didn't know that there was another way. That's when this opportunity found me. I was skeptical, but decided, what do I honestly have to lose? I enjoy teaching and helping others. I wanted to improve my own health, and if for some reason I could find success with it, then I'd be able to quit my job and be home with my family. I would be glad I gave it a shot. Well, friends, here I am, proof that it can work for any average person if they're willing to do the work. I'm home full time with my 2 kids, making income I could have never dreamed of making as a teacher. This business changed my life, and I know it can do the same for you. So this is legit a whole picture. I didn't type anything. This is a picture made on a third-party app that I just uploaded here, okay? Then down here is my influencer quote-unquote application. So my first question is, what is your first and last name? I need to know who they are, right? So I want you guys to write this down on your piece of paper. Number 1, name. Number 2, age. And you could just say, what is your age? Or you can have them, be able to pick the range like I did here. So 1 is name, 2 is age, 3 is location. What state or country are you located in? And I just have short answers that they can type in. Then I need their contact information. So I said phone number, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok handle. Whether they want to give me all of it or one of it, I need a way to be able to contact them, right? Because anybody can go to this and fill out this application. Now, I assume that they're all on Instagram because this is the only place I have it posted right now. But if I wanted to send this link out to someone, so let's say I'm messaging someone on Facebook Messenger and they're like, I'm interested in what you do. Okay, here's an application, go fill it out, right? This could take some of the workload off of you. I'm expecting that when I get my page up and running and my funnels, that I'm going to be talking to so many people. I'm not going to be able to explain this to everybody. And so how amazing it is, because I send this top job description to everybody when I'm talking to them on Facebook Messenger. But now I'm just going to be like, hey, here's the link to my application. And now I've just taken what normally takes me 15, 20 minutes to do stuff for people. And now I've just, here it is. There's all the information you need. Go fill this out if it's something you're serious about doing, right? Send them the link. Okay. And so then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you currently do for work? Okay. Number 6, how much would you like to earn monthly? Now, I used to say how much would you like to make monthly, but we don't make money, we earn money. So I'm using word choice very carefully here. Okay, how much income would you like to earn monthly? And then the next thing I wrote, I added this in, which is different than other applications. I said, what times are you available to work? Check all that apply. Mornings, afternoons, evenings. So that way if they're working, they know that this can fit around their schedule. So times are you available? How would you like to be contacted? Text or phone, message on social media with the platform listed above or other. I don't know if there is another way. I guess some people like to get emailed. And then I left the spot for any other questions. So this is my influencer application. Now I want to show you a couple other people's. So Christina sent me hers, so let's go ahead and check hers out because they all can look different, totally up to you. You can see on hers, she's got a picture up top that says make it happen. She says, hi everyone, I'm Christina, gives her story on how she got started with this business. And then she says, before you fill out this application, I want you to know some things you'll learn when you join me, kind of assuming the sale. How to make an income on social media, how to inspire others, grow your network, how to become your best self, and so much more. Our team is on fire, so excited to help them reach their goals financially and physically. So here's a few questions for you. Are you coachable? Are you ready to change your life? Are you willing to learn? Are you open-minded? Do you love people? Work hard mentally, or work hard mentality. I'm beyond excited to see what this business can do for you, how it's going to change your life like it did mine. Go ahead and apply below and let's see if it's the right fit for you. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, obviously up here is her story. So remember, mine was on a picture. Hers, she typed out. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat. So in case if you want to include this on your part, you can. And then some of her questions, first and last name. Instead of asking the age, she said, are you 18 or 18 plus? Phone number, Instagram handle, where are you from? So she just put United States, Canada, or other. Tell me about yourself. Why does working from your phone interest you? What could it do for you? How could it change your current situation? How much time do you have dedicated to be on your phone daily or weekly? How much money do you want to make? How much do you want to make in the next 30 days? Where do you see yourself in 1 year? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Would you be willing to invest $100 of income back into your business monthly in order to make more money? Is $20 a month worth it to you for an app to easily run your business and website? What's your biggest dream and desire? Which business kit are you wanting to start with? And how would you like more information? So lots and lots of questions on this, but she's trying to qualify them, right? So here are just a couple more ideas of what you guys can put on your application, okay? Now I'm going to show you one more.
Really quick, I like that she put, which kid are you wanting to start with? I think that was cool.
And with that, you just have to make sure that you're updating it according to what deals are out. Because I think right now there's only a $99 kit. I don't think those other ones are available right now, if I remember correctly. Can you put the links to there so we can look at them later? Yes, I'll do that right now. Okay, and then here's Kelly Jo's. So Kelly Jo has hers called the Brand Ambassador Application. Hey there, girly, so excited you're here. She shares her story, and then she's got the same information as Christina, a couple that are a little bit different. Are you ready to hustle? Are you opening to better your life? I'm going to teach you how to be consistent, how to become the best version of you. You know, so they must have both listened to the same call and kind of got the same idea as far as that goes. So there's that one there. And then here's a picture. I cannot wait to fly with you. I like having a picture. Okay, if someone just like, they want to know who you are, right? And then here's first and last name. Are you 18? Your contact information. Where do you, Kelly Jo needs to put live, city and state, I think. Or where do you city and state? Is that how you say it? I don't know. She took hers from Sherilyn Akala. And if you guys go to people's Instagrams, you'll see their link tree and you'll be able to see top leaders, influencer applications there. Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Why does this interest you? How much time do you have to work? And then how would you like more information? Text, call, use my handle. So shorter than Christina's, but this is what Kelly Jo feels like she needs to qualify the people. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in the chat for Kelly Jo's. I'll go back and get Christina's for you guys. And just some examples. So are you guys excited about this? Like, tell me some thoughts. I know this is going to go longer than an hour, but I think it's good to be able to teach you guys something new.
Personally, I am, because a couple of the people I used to watch on YouTube all the time had the LinkedIn stuff like this for applications, but I just for the life of me couldn't figure out how they were doing it. So I'm super excited that you're doing this training, and thank you.
Yeah. And so the purpose of it, you guys, is to automate your systems to make it easier for you in the future, right? Like I said, if in the future, I'm hoping that, you know, my inbox is full of 20 people wanting to join my business in one day, I don't personally have time to have conversations with 20 people and explain all of this stuff. So here, let me send you my application, fill it out. And if you feel like it's a good fit for you, then let's schedule a phone call. Then let's continue chatting, right? And so if I have one or two people, yes, absolutely, I'm just going to talk to them. But when I'm getting this influx of people because everyone wants what I have and wants what I'm doing because of my great posts that I'm making, because of the valuable resources that I'm giving, then I just want to have this link ready to go, okay? So you can send the influencer application by itself. And then what I like about the link tree is that on your Instagram, remember, they just click here, and then it pulls up this, and they can see a whole bunch of different tabs of things that they can click and have as resources from you. I kind of am playing with the idea of maybe we all can put the Get Fit Google document link up here, because nobody can change it except for me and Kelly Jo, but like using that as a resource, like, hey, do you need access to monthly workouts and recipes? Click this link, you know, and it can take them to that Google document, and that's perfectly fine, you know? And so what other resources? Maybe that Made for More group, Kelly Jo or somebody who's on here. I think it's a private group, but we could make it public or searchable almost, and we could say, want to learn more about what I do, click this link. Maybe that would be another idea. What other tools do we have that we could make available for people that you guys can think of? They can request to join right now. You put it on yours. Okay. Anything else you guys can think of, or things that you're excited to add to yours? Mandy, I want to see your YouTube channel and yours since you just barely started that.
You're funny.
Maybe just a link to what Get Fit is, maybe an application for that. Carrie Ann could do her Facebook design page. If we share it, then they don't need to buy to get it. That's true. So maybe we can make a video or something, or link a video to it of explaining what it is. And then you could say, if you want this resource, send this message. Merlane could add our cooking videos. Yeah. So you guys, like, this is really exciting. So I'm going to go back. So here's the influencer application. Please look at my screen so you guys can see this. All you have to do is, here's the form description, and then here's the entitled question. So maybe you say, what is your first and last name? Okay. And then you're just going to change it to short answer. And then you click that you want this required. They have to answer it. And then I just click this little plus sign, and then it's going to bring up question 2. How old are you? And I can do multiple choice. I can say 18 to 25. You guys know what I'm trying to do here, right? It's not working. 18 to 25, option 2, 26 to 30, option 3, keep going. Then I can do add another, okay? And maybe on this one, I want to do a checkbox, where they can select all, or a drop down, or paragraph, or short answer, multiple choice grid. So just have some fun with it, okay? And then if you want to do a picture, so like mine up here, how I had a picture, instead of clicking the plus, you just click add image, and then you'll just be able to upload it from your phone or your computer. And like I said, I made my photo in a separate third-party app with my story and my picture, so that way I could just upload my photo there. Okay, so you guys can do that. Any other questions about this influencer application?
I did find it, by the way.
Do you want to share how?
I just did what you said and kept looking and went to the right link.
Perfect. Okay, so that is number 1, creating influencer applications and Linktree accounts. That's the first thing I want to go over, and it's 12:53. Everyone feel good about it though? It's going to take time to create, but use it and it will save you time in the future. If you don't feel like you need this right now, then don't make it. Okay? But if you feel like this is going to help save you time, then take the time tonight. And the other thing that Tanya Liza said is, she said, done is better than perfect. Don't sit here trying to get it perfect. It's okay if there's errors. It's okay if it's not the way that you want it to be done. Done is better than perfect. Get it done. You can go back and edit and change things around once things start to roll, okay? Okay, number 2, marketing valuable resources. That's kind of what we already started with today with this call, is how are you going to bring value to your market? Okay. What kind of resources can you create and give to people, kind of to get them on the line, right? And then you're like reeling them in because you got them on the line because of this resource that you have a solution to their problem. Okay. And then number 3 I wanted to talk about is charting for rank ups. So anything that you guys, before we totally shift gears here, anything that you guys want to add as far as influencer applications, Linktree, and marketing valuable resources?
I think I'm excited to do like a team call where we can kind of brainstorm. 'Cause sometimes when you're just thinking about it yourself, you're like, you get kind of stuck in it. So I think even outside sources thinking, I remember you're really good at that. I remember. So I'm excited to do that with my team.
And I'm so glad that you said that. And I mean, even at the start of this call, where I was like, what are you passionate about? And everyone was just like, helping people. Like, until you get examples, until you dig deeper, then you don't grow. And so exactly, getting around people and like helping them, and then they say something, and then it gives you an idea for something, and then something else comes up, and all of a sudden like your good idea becomes a great idea. And that happens all the time. Whenever I come up with an idea, I'm like, Kelly Jo, Mandy, somebody who wants to listen to me. Like, let me tell you this great idea so you can make it better. And so definitely get with your teams and do this and have fun, and, you know, take time to create it together. That way you can listen to music, everyone's doing it, and then they can ask for help if they need it. You guys can share resources by copy paste so everyone doesn't have to type up the same things. Okay. Okay. So I want to talk to you guys about charting. Now Christina came up with a really, really great way to chart. I'm in love with it. Let me pull it up. Excuse me. Oh, you guys, by the way, we have our customer for life page too. If you haven't been adding your customers, add your customers while I'm here. Okay, so I click on units, and then I'm going to come down here to rank up information, and it is right here, executive to diamond system. Okay, now this is what I want all of us using. Okay, now whether you want to use this or whether you just want to use a diamond chart, you can write this stuff out on the side of it. Okay, but to hit the highest rank in the company, you guys, you only need 3 legs. Okay, 1, 2, 3 legs, and one of those legs is an emerald and one of those legs is a ruby. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys on the actual diamond chart because I want you guys to feel comfortable using this. But like I said, here's your 3 legs, 1, 2, 3, and here's your emerald, and here's your ruby. Now we've talked about this before. Step 1 is that you get yourself commission qualified. And so I want you guys to have a chart, and I want you to put a box on the left-hand side. That is a really good box that I just drew, of every distributor that you have. So with your diamond chart, now if you don't have a printer, guys, legit, you probably have crayons. Okay, get a piece of paper and get a green crayon, a blue crayon, a red one, and a gray one, and just make this chart. Okay, you don't have to have a printer to be able to do this. Okay, and as you sign distributors, you're going to fill in their names. Now, I hope that you're working with your upline and getting some second and third opinions when you sign distributors where they should go. Okay, but when you get yourself commission qualified, you're going to go ahead and put a check in this box. Okay, and when your emerald leader gets themselves commission qualified, when your ruby leader, when your qualified leg, like, you're going to put checks in the box once they're commission qualified. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to keep track of their group volume, okay, on the right-hand side. Now, this is a combination between Mandy's charting, between my charting, between Christina's charting. I think that it is going to work amazing for every single person, okay? So on the right-hand side, we're doing the group volume. And group volume includes all of the volume that is underneath them, including their own, okay? And so what I want to see you guys do is, number 1, you get yourself commission qualified. Okay, that is number 1. If you guys are not commission qualified yet, set your auto shipment, let it run tomorrow. Let's get every single person qualified for commissions this month. Okay, if you've got a team that's not on here, talk to them individually and say, when and how are we getting you commission qualified? Now, you can be commission qualified on 150 personal bonus volume or running an 80 BV auto shipment. It has to be set up on an auto shipment. It can't be a one-time order for 80 BV. It has to be on an auto shipment, okay? So number 1 is get yourself commission qualified. Number 2 is that we want you to hit the 500 club, but technically it only has to be 400. Okay, so I'm gonna write, hit the 400 club, which means 400 group volume. Okay, when you do that, I want you to take a yellow highlighter. For those of you guys who are on Mandy's call, you know, we're gonna take a yellow highlighter and we're going to color our name. Okay, we are done. You are done. Woo, okay? And then as soon as you hit that 400 group volume, you're looking down to the next 2 people in your organization. And so your next 2 people is going to be this emerald and this ruby. Now, why is it these 2 people? Because they have the most underneath them. And your Next goal, now that you've hit 400, is to help your emerald and your ruby hit their 400. And as soon as they hit their 400, you're going to color in their box with a yellow highlighter, done and done. Now that person is now going to come down into their organization and they're going to do their 1, 2. Now, why are they choosing these 2 legs? Because they are group volume, which is going to help it get to 400 faster, right? And so as soon as 1 and 2 over here get to 400, then that emerald leader is now crossing in these boxes and filling them with yellow. Okay, we're just taking a highlighter and we're just filling them out with yellow. Okay, and then this ruby leader over here, they are doing their 1, 2 boxes and they are filling in yellow, yellow here, right? Everybody's just doing 2 boxes, yellow, 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 yellow. And then here you are, here's your 2 boxes, this qualified leg, and then you're gonna pick one of these legs over here. Maybe you're gonna pick this qualified leg right here. So here's your 1, 2, and then you're filling in. Oh my goodness, it's not letting me select it. You're filling in yellow here and yellow here, right? And so how many days has it been? Okay, you got commission qualified, you hit the 400 club, you helped your emerald and ruby go 400, they helped their 2 people go 400, and it's been 6 days. Okay, anyone's volume higher than it's ever been right now? Why? Because you're using this method. You're finding the closest 400 box, you're chopping it off, and then you're moving on to the next, and you're moving on to the next, and you're teaching your team to move on to the next, to move on to the next, and build 400 boxes as quickly as we can. And so it's been 6 days if everyone's picking 2 and we're doing 2 a day, and now you pick your 2. Okay, maybe this is your 1, 2, that ruby gets this 1, 2, right? So 1, 2, this ruby's getting their 1, 2, and then this emerald's getting their 1 here and 2 here. This ruby is getting their 1, and then maybe their 2's underneath here, and then you're getting your 1, 2, somewhere over here, right? And now you're diamond. You're diamond so quick. And with the new promotions that are out, with boosting old loyal customers, getting them reorders, with the host to post, with these systems that we have in place, we're all going to be diamond if you're willing to do the work. Did that make sense to you guys? I know it's a little trick and scratch and I'm trying to do it with my finger on here, but did that make sense? Does that get you excited how simple it really is? Now, is everyone you sign gonna work? No, right? So you might have to do more than 2, right? Is everyone that you sign gonna get themselves commission qualified sooner in the month? No, they won't. But what can you do? You can. You can lead by example. And if you don't have the money, you can create the money, you can run your auto shipment, and then you can say, listen, I was exactly where you were too, but I decided that I was gonna quit using that as an excuse, and I decided that I was gonna find a way to make it happen, and I did. And I can show you how. So if you as a leader are using excuses as to why you can't bring in volume, why you can't run an auto shipment, then expect that exact same thing from your team. Expect it. And then don't be mad about it because you're doing the same thing to your upline, right? So are you going to be a solution maker? Yeah. And then you're going to attract those people. You're going to have systems to be able to help them when they feel stuck as well. Now, hardest part, you guys, I hear it all the time. Hardest part is signing distributors. How do we sign distributors? How do we sign distributors, right? You got to plant the seed. You got to ask a lot of people. And then you're going to have the good content on your page that's going to make them want to join you when they're ready. So just keep planting the seeds. Just keep being consistent. They will all come. When I think about looking at some of you guys joined in a day. Some of you guys joined in a couple weeks. Some of you guys took a couple months. Some of you guys took a couple years. But through and through, I stayed consistent the whole entire time. and so did your enroller, which is why you chose them, right? Would you have chose someone who you didn't feel like was in it 100%? Would you have chose someone who wasn't passionate about what they were doing, who didn't have help and resources and systems that you felt like could help you be successful? No. So be that person and you will grow your team. But you must ask, and you must ask a lot of people on top of being the consistent, on top of being the attraction marketer, right? You have to ask. So host a post, great way, get those up, you know, if who wants to be able to earn income working from home. You guys, please do not, I saw a couple of you guys get host posts up from other people that we had mutual friends in common with, or because you haven't hit it from your timeline yet. You can't say who wants to make $500 working from home. You cannot put $500. You cannot put any money amount on there. Okay. It's just got to be who wants to be able to earn some extra money working from home. Okay. And once corporate comes out with some corporate approved posts, then of course we can move to those. But we got to make sure about that. Okay. It's only 107. I got through it all. Anything that you guys want to ask me? Questions, comments, concerns, wins?
I have a question.
Okay, Ashley, France, then Tay.
I was just gonna say that like my highest that I've hit for volume was like just over 1,600, and I've almost already hit that within this first week. And I'm super excited with the momentum we have with the whole team, and like everyone's swimming the same direction. And I'm super excited to see where we land. And these are seriously gonna help us a lot. I'm excited.
Thanks, Ashley. Go ahead, Tay.
So, as far as compliance goes, can we mention when we get fast start bonuses if we don't include how much they are, like, or a screenshot of like the email? Like, can we like do a jump up and down boomerang and say fast starts paid out today? Is that allowed?
Anytime you talk about money, you have to include the disclosure document. Anytime you talk about money. So if you want to, like if you were going to screenshot your fast start bonus, whatever, and like scratch out the income, as long as you put the income disclosure document on the picture, not in the comments, on the picture, then that should be fine. But once again, you're scratching out the whatever. And then if you want to do a boomerang or something like that, like on your story, maybe if you put the income disclosure document after it, maybe, and you don't. Oh, go ahead.
On Instagram, you can add an image to your boomerang. So I just put the income disclosure statement like up in the right-hand corner.
Okay, and just make sure that you can read it, like it's not so small that you can't read it. And then even if you have the income disclosure document, no numbers at all. So any mention of money must have the income disclosure document. Numbers are prohibited.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then the other thing too that the company doesn't want is they don't want us to say the word "it works." So that's why I'm going to take it off of my application. And I find it interesting because like we are, it works. Like, you know, you go to conference, that's our chant. We are, it works. But I think that there's just so many new people and stuff that maybe aren't saying things compliant. Like even when we did our try it party and like our wrap Wednesday last night, like we were saying things that weren't on the product sheets because we're just so used to saying it. And so just not even mentioning the company name is going to protect our company a little bit more in case if we as human beings make mistakes and don't say the right things that we're supposed to say. Now, what should we do moving forward is if you're going to be on a call, make sure that you have the product info sheet in front of you with exactly what we are allowed to say. Make sure that you've rehearsed what you want to say. Make sure, you know, those kinds of things moving forward, that's what we can do. But we shouldn't have it works in our profile anywhere. We shouldn't have it works written in our post anywhere. Sorry, muted again. I hate this computer. Thank you, Carrie Ann. This is a really good sign for me. She's like.
I have a quick question. So you said like to not have it works in anything like that we're posting, but what about like this like the my story, like the before it works, like after and stuff like that? Like how would you suggest writing that then if it was like before, if they don't know what before you're talking about?
So
Did
I
you
just
wanna-
changed all of mine to say my journey, my new gig.
I like that. Okay, thanks.
Or like before starting my at-home business. And you guys, I love the hashtag because of it works. I do, you know? And so as long as I'm staying compliant, I'm not saying like, because of it works, I get to bring home 5-figure income and blah, 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 blah. Like, no. But, you know, because of it works, I'm my healthiest and happiest self. I think that's okay, you know, because that's true. So, I mean, use discretion, of course, but in all ways that we can. I'm glad you asked that, Christina. Try not to use it if we don't need to, you know. And before and after photos must be corporate approved. You can post those. There's nothing wrong with posting before and after pictures. It does say it works on them, of course. I haven't heard anything specifically about them. So just make sure that we're following the product info sheets if you want to talk about the products that they used.
Can I say something?
Uh-huh.
So it's actually a really good thing to not mention what company, because you want to create curiosity too. You want people to wonder what company you work for. You want them to wonder, so that way they're not Googling it works and seeing all kinds of bad reviews, but they're coming directly to you asking questions. And same thing with the products, guys. If you can leave out the product name and just speak in benefits of what it's doing, obviously according to the product info sheet, but if you can leave out the name, people are gonna be like, what is that coffee that she's drinking every day? I mean, we know it's coffee, but what is it? And they're going to come to you and they're going to ask you. So pique curiosity. This isn't a bad thing to not have to mention the company. It could be really good for us.
And I'm glad that you said that, because like pique that curiosity, because you don't want people to Google it. Like if you're like, I love my Skinny Brew, what do? They Google Skinny Brew, you know? And so I like that you said that.
How do you guys go about talking about the product without saying the name of the product?
Just the benefits.
I always say my natural anti-stress supplement.
Or just like chill pills, or, you know, metabolism booster. Because that's what people are looking for. They're like, if I want to lose weight, I'm Googling metabolism booster, right? But if I'm like, oh, like Ashley keeps posting about this metabolism booster, I want one of those, like I'm going to have to message you to figure out what kind it is that you're using.
I'm gonna have to get super creative. This whole call's like, hey, you really need to dig deep on everything.
But that's how you make more money, right? Like if you're not digging deep, if you're not being creative, then what sets you apart from anybody else? And I love that there's so many of us on this call right now, because this is what we need to get to that next level. But everyone needs to do it within their own strengths, within their own passions. That way you're excited about it. Anything else you guys can think of?
We're bringing in 100K in May. I don't know if that's been said, but I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
You're muted, Tamita. 100K in May.
I was just jamming out. You guys couldn't hear any of it. I was saying 100K in May. Everyone do it with me. Woo! 100K in May. Thank you, Tay, for that. Okay, if you guys missed the Ashley Mayfield call, it should be uploaded right now on my YouTube channel. If you were on it and you want to watch it again because it was fire, watch it. it's Thursday, so we don't have anything going on team-wise besides some power hours this evening. And then on Friday, we have Freedom Friday with Sarah Ives. She posted that in the Run with the Pack chat. Anyone who needs to learn how to pre-sell their coffees, get them on this call, let them start for free. I think that is all of the announcements. Okay, see you guys.